Welcome back. Crane Durham's Nothing But Truth. We have now time for Ben Johnson, patiently waiting. We appreciate it, Ben, with an incredible story. I'm just going to read the headline. Ben Johnson, U.S. Bureau Chief, LifeSite News, has just posted this story. Planned Parenthood, quote, navigators, unquote, will have access to Americans' personal, medical, and tax information. Ben, what's going on?
In order to sign people up for the Obamacare health exchanges, they're hiring what they're calling navigators, and these people will take calls from people, allegedly help them find the best deal and see if they're eligible for the federal subsidy through Obamacare to pay for their insurance. However, they're hiring people who work at nonprofits all over the country, tens of thousands of them. $67 million have gone to hire these people. 3 separate Planned Parenthood affiliates are on board to be navigators, to hire navigators. Affiliates in Idaho, Montana, New Hampshire received hundreds of thousands of dollars each to a total of $655,000 to hire navigators. Now, these navigators will have access to a federal data hub, which links 7 different federal agencies. It will have all Americans' tax information, medical records, bank account numbers, and other private information available at their fingertips. What's more concerning even than the fact that people at Planned Parenthood now have access to the Social Security number of every American, and the medical record, the tax records of every American, is that the training has been cut back. In fact, 13 separate state attorneys general say it is inevitable that people will be poorly trained and that identity theft is just waiting to happen. They say that the HHS hasn't even defined what it means to breach someone's privacy. They haven't defined what it is or who's responsible if that's the case. So someone could simply, someone working in Planned Parenthood could start Googling, tapping into this information and looking up the information of Crane Durham and Don Wildman and Tim Wildman and everyone at AFR Talk if he wanted to, and get all of the information available and all of your listeners. They will have complete access to this. And, of course, this is in addition to the fact that Planned Parenthood has shown itself so willing to break the law when it comes to Medicaid reimbursement. Right now, they're paying back $4.3 million in Medicaid fraud in the state of Texas. What will they do when people who are hired by them at $20 an hour or more have some plausible deniability? They were only hired to be navigators, are not necessarily going to be held accountable, and they have access to a vast database of everyone's information. It's chilling to imagine what could happen.
Certainly is chilling. Now, is this true of will all nonprofits have access to this information, or will it be specifically Planned Parenthood?
No, it is specifically a number of organizations. 105 organizations have received this, and one of the points we should put in here is that they are not doing background checks on anyone. Someone could have been convicted of identity theft in the past and still become a navigator. As long as you are hired by one of these 105 community organizations, Planned Parenthood received 3 grants. I think the only comparable organization was United Way. National Urban League received a couple, and a few other organizations received these grants. But Planned Parenthood, 3 separate chapters, will hire navigators. No background check, no criminal check. They may or may not do a credit check, but they'll have access to all the information from the IRS, Department of Homeland Security. If they have a file on you, they'll be able to tap into it, and several other groups, Defense Department and Peace Corps.
Ben Johnson, U.S. Bureau Chief, LifeSite News, just posted the link up on the Facebook. Thank you very much. We'll be talking to you tomorrow and Friday as well. Thank you, sir. AFR Talk.